when I was younger. And I still had a hunger for life, but as I grow, all I know is empty, and all I see is set free.
For teens, talking about sex with parents is hard. It's not easy, like talking about a movie or how your day went. I think that as teenagers, talking honestly with parents about sex is risky. You never really know what's okay to say and what isn't, what should or shouldn't be revealed, and what we'll regret saying later. I've always had a good relationship with my mom, but my personal sex life is still hard to discuss with her. I think the problem is that still being teenagers threatens the control we have over our decisions, and that part of the awkwardness that comes along with the topic of sex is our fear that by letting our parents in, we'll surrender that control. But that fear has to be overcome, because these awkward discussions, this sex talk, is really important.
I was 11 or 10, and it was with this guy named Kyle, this boy. We were both boys, not this guy. And he was in my grade, and it was towards the end of the school year, and we had hung out the whole day. And one thing led to another when you're like in 5th grade, as easy as it can without it being awkward. And we ended up romping under the place at my old apartments. To complete my de-virginitizing, that's kind of sacred. That's kind of like, I don't know, it's not sacred, it's just more intimate, I guess. That would be a little bit more intimate, too intimate for me. So, half a virgin, I haven't had anal sex.
I think it's going to be more so of a spontaneous kind of thing, because if you plan it, that's just really awkward because you're expecting it and you're just sitting there because you know it's gonna happen and you're both waiting for some sort of cue. It's just really awkward.
I don't really value virginity. It's not something that I'm really concerned about. I'm not planning about it, I guess my plan is to go with the flow.
Whether or not you have sex isn't going to have, huge cataclysmic, reverberations until you're, 90 years old. It's not that important. It's not as important. And I don't think I think the whole concept of virginity ought to be wiped out. I don't like that concept at all. The idea that once a woman has sex, that she has been somehow changed is just, it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous notion, I think.
My mom wasn't around when I first started having sex, and before that, I really don't remember us having a sex talk. It just didn't come up. Partially because I think she already knew that I was gay, but I don't think she saw me hanging out with boys, so I don't think she really worried about it. And my grandma didn't, she didn't know.
I think that if, I was to tell my mom tomorrow, I had sex, I think she would be, I'm not sure if she'd be disappointed, but she would definitely be whoa, I had no idea, where did this come from, who are you, you're seeing somebody, she would be really, I think, shocked. Would she kick me out of the house? No. Would she, ban me from seeing that person? I don't think so, no. I think what she would be concerned about was if I knew them, if they were tested, if they'd had sex before, and if we used a condom, or a dental dam, whether it was a guy or a girl, whatever.
If I had sex tomorrow and told her about it, then I think she'd be really freaked out. Here's what would happen. I would tell my sisters, and then they would tell my mom, and then she'd wait and see how long it took me to tell her.
So if Maddie came to me tomorrow and said I had sex, well, of course I would be upset. But I would never, ever, ever make her feel less than, or I wouldn't freak out and yell or anything. In my heart, inside, I might be shaken, but I would never express that to her.
When I see parents, when I see them laying down laws, and there's no wiggle room, there's no gray. It's just either you will do this, you will not do that. I think it just invites. It invites lying, it invites dishonesty, and I think it creates distrust. As a parent, we don't have nearly the kind of control that we would like to have or that we think we have over our kids. We just don't have that. And so to behave as if we do invites scurrying around in the secret, doing things on the sly, and I just think it creates bad behavior that might not even be there if the parent was just really upfront with, I might recommend that you hold back or that you wait for a while and you not do this right now. But that's all I can do, and I think that's all any parent can do realistically. I don't think they can do more than that. And if they think they can, they're fooling themselves.
You should wait to have sex. And I know this might seem kind of weird to people. Wait to have sex until you feel like you're ready to have a baby. And I say that because even birth control is not 100%. Or ready to have a baby or an abortion. And if they're ready to do that and make that choice, then okay.
It is interesting. You're like, I don't know. These are more culture things. It seems like kids are a lot more casual about sex than they were when I was a kid. This is 2010, and I'm talking about 70s. It seems less consequential.
Any sexual activity or activity where any of your private parts are going into someone else's body, you should be using a condom. It doesn't matter if it feels good. I don't think syphilis, gonorrhea, or dying a slow and painful death of AIDS feels good either. But those last a hell of a lot longer than if you're a teen, 30 seconds.
If I had to buy the condoms, then I just walked at Fred Meyer's, and I'm not gonna lie, it would be really awkward. So I would probably just go to the self-checkout, but if there wasn't, then I don't know, I might make a friend do it. Or maybe even get one from my friend. Because I think that's probably the easiest way. And either that or just make the guy get it.
I think most important to me is to be in love, to be protected, and to be tested, Because people do lie. I think that, even if you know them really well and, they swear, I think that just both of you should get tested.
Take care of yourself, exercise, and eat good food, and the sex stuff can be great.